Hello, folks. Welcome back to the lab for another project. And this is a lantern, of course. This is a blizzard. This is number 2 blizzard. Nice, big, tall drink of water. This is, yeah. And it looks like it's going to be in fine shape. I do see some aftermarket soldering here. At least I think so. I'm gonna clean that up and smooth it out, though. Let's see. I forget what year is this. This is an old one. This is, I think, this is a 1926. This is a 99-year-old DIETZ BLIZZARD, and we are gonna dig into this and make it look beautiful. It's December. Christmas is coming up. I have enough blizzards. I'm gonna clean this up nice, and maybe somebody else can give this as a gift to somebody, or maybe I'll give it as a gift to somebody. We'll see. All right, let's check this baby out. Okay, so we're gonna start with this globe, and I held it up to the light, and that is not a ruby globe. That is a highly carbonated clear globe, unmarked clear globe. Let's get her out of here and see what's inside. Wow, look at all that carbon, man. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and I can see inside. You see where that's clear from there down? I see this a lot in these old dirty ones. There's an insect in there was trying to crawl out, and he wore down all the carbon along the bottom there. Yep. Looks like it got out because I don't see the carcass unless it's down in there. We'll see. Well, we're going to clean that up. We're not going to put that baby back in here. We're going to put a nice DIETZ marked globe in here. Maybe a ruby red one. Why not? I think I have one that I can put in here. A nice fits-all. All right. So, I'll let that carbon get all over something else. All right. So, let's start doing a little sampling here. I'm going to see what kind of shape things are in here. I am seeing silver paint. Yeah. Let's see if anything. Is that anything loose here? Nope, that's not loose. That's not loose. I'm going to try to entice this ever so slightly here. If not, I will coil it. Oh, good. Excellent. Makes me happy. Let's check out. How the hell? How does that happen? Really? Okay. Let's check out the, wow. Spotless. Freaking spotless in there. That's great. Great. That's great news. All right, now. I'm going to do some more sampling here. I'm wondering if I'm going to let the tools displace that paint, or am I going to have to put some stripper on there, or a stripping chemical. I call this my sampling brush, or any of these. This is a brass brush. It is a softer metal than the tin that's on here, so it is less evasive. Oh, it helps me kind of get a gauge on what condition the metal's going to be in while during progress here. All right. So I'm going to bend these tabs up just a little bit, help entice this thing to come loose. All right, well, you may Need to do a little bit more here. Let's see. Do these? Well, let me give it a little taparoo with the hammer. Which works pretty good. Judging by the rest of this, I don't think there's a whole lot of rust there. I think it's just this thing hasn't been used in forever. So let me give it a little tap here and see if that'll get us loose. And it did. Perfect. All right. Off, and it's off. Excellent, excellent. That's in great shape. That'll clean up great. Okay. Silver paint, of course. Bench grinder will be able to get that off. See, now that right there, that is a dry wick. That was a dry wick. That's why there's so much freaking carbon all up in that globe. Somebody had just been using this like it was a dry, like I was just lighting a piece of string on fire, basically, is what they did. So, yeah. That is the burning of a wick that had no fuel in it. I see this all the time. I mean, it could be just desperation. They need a light source. But how do you have a light source with that, right? Yikes. How much light was that giving off? Like a week before it got to this bad. I really want to know. You boy. I kind of want to keep this and put it in a function. I don't know. If I can remember, we'll do that at the end of this bit here. All right, so. Any goodies in there, like extra wicks? No extra wicks. Okay. All right, yeah, so this is all. Oh, that paint looks to be coming off really easy, actually. I shouldn't have said that because I just jinxed myself. But I think we're going to be able to get this off with tools. Well, I put a little extra paint on this solder job. Yeah, we're going to clean that up, make that look real nice. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a great lantern. I am excited. All right, so let's see. Okay, so the hinge, I can tell by looking here, the hinge is double thick hinge. The metal for this little bracket right here. In the 20s, in the early 20s and mid 20s, I have noticed on these DIETZ that these are like double the thickness. I mean, seriously, like overgrown, like ridiculously overgrown. And it makes it really hard to put it back on and to get it off. It's really hard to get them off because it's just so, the metal's just so thick. All right, well, I think I'm going to go right over the bench grinder and get working on this. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun bench grinder job here because I really like watching a really nice lantern appear out from all the grossness. Yeah. That's silver paint over a very nice tin bottom. All right, so I'm going to go to the bench grinder and get a start on this. And then we'll come back and assess things at that point. All right, I'll be right back. All right, things are looking nice here, but I think what I want to do is I want to get this cap off clean it properly, and also there's dents I need to get out. So this thing got smashed a bit. I hadn't noticed that with all the paint and crap all over it. So I'm going to get this off and take that to the bench grinder and finish up the top of this here, and I'll be back in a sec. Wow, I don't know what pan means. What does pan mean for freaking shooting video? I don't know. I'm sorry, I was there talking to that thing. Well, we got this off, and yeah, wow, Carbon City. So this is like baked on, basically baked on silver paint. So it's gonna be a bear to get off, and everything looks all right here. No major crushing of the posts. Just a little bit. We'll bend all that back before we reassemble everything. But now to go finish up the bench grinder work here, and I'll be back. All right, so things are looking nice here. I'm going to a junk bit now. This junk bit is pretty fried, but we don't need to do a whole bunch of junk removal. That one's shot. So, I think with this tonight, it is late, but I think tonight I will go put some paint and stripper on this overnight and let it get that baked on. I may have to do it with the carcass as well. We'll see. We're going to look right now. There are a couple pesky spots, and throw a little easy off on there. This stuff should be great. Let me just, while I have this. Okay, that needs a little more than a little safety hammer. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I've got a hunk of wire in me. Yeah, I'll get that out later. Okay, that's good. I'll probably do a little more once we get it all cleaned up, but yeah, it's looking good. And I'm going to let the easy off get all this crap off of here on the bottom. So, this turned out nice. We'll finish that up a little bit. Cap came out nice. That's got a little bit of paint in there, but I can get that with a bit. Now, all right, so going to go to junk bit and get it all the junk. The junk that the bench grinder couldn't get off. So, bench grinder has a limited accessibility. You know, I can get the outer tubes, not in the inner tank fount area. And in behind stuff. Yeah, look at that. Look at how nice that is. Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's hit the junk bit. And then, yeah, okay. Let's do it. All right, well, I think I have determined that I got to take this. It is late, so I'm going to go throw some paint strip on here, let it sit overnight, and all the rest of this will come right off. This is really pesky down in the corners and everything. And like I said, the dreaded silver paint. Yeah, it's a mess. I hate silver paint and gold paint and red paint. I don't know what it is they put in them things, at least the vintage versions of them. But so yeah, so I'm gonna go put some easy off on here, and we'll let it sit, and we'll come back and explore what the heck happened here. And well, geez, I don't even know, man. I almost want to take it completely off and put it on the right way, but I don't know. Oh, just clean up them solders. That's all we'll do. So all right, so we're gonna go. Yeah, so we're done for the night. And, wow, the inside of the tank looks great. Man, oh man. This is really an exceptionally beautiful lantern. Yeah. Blizzards are beautiful, man. Blizzards are beautiful, especially the flat top fount. I'm not the biggest fan of the slimline version of the Blizzard. Not really. Or the D-Light. I think, I think the Monarch, I think the Slimline Monarch is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Or Streamline. Slimline, Streamline. What do you want from me, huh? All right. So, I'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, it's going to come up just like... All right. Well, we are back. And, yeah, that worked great. Overnight, with the easy off on it, it did oxidize a little bit, but we're gonna make all that. Gonna make all that go away. Great. Oh, that makes it so much easier. Yeah, that was so badly caked with carbon in there. Yeah, easy off did a great job getting all that off. Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to get back to the small wire wheel, what's left of it, and we'll do another one. So yeah, now we got all kinds of new things. We're going to have to go back over what we already did because there was all kinds of paint there that just wasn't getting touched. There's still little bits. Of course, that could be original tin that we're looking at. That's most likely what it looks like there. Okay, so we're gonna get back at this, and then we're gonna clean that up. Ugh, make that look nicer, smooth things out. You know what I've seen people do? Well, we'll talk about it when it comes to it. But I've seen people warm up a tool like with a torch and then spread it out. You know, kind of like you would butter on toast. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out for this, but it's something to think about. Okay, oh, and this here, that oxidized it a little bit too, but that'll clean up. No problem. All right, let's get to it. Yeah. Wow, this is looking so nice. I tell you, looking at something with the headgear on, my headlamp, things look completely different with the headlamp. I think it has something to do with the direct light coming right from my vision, and I think the temperature of the light that comes out of the LED on this thing. It looks so different. You know, I turn it off and I'm like, wow, it looks even cleaner without it on. But it does kind of bring out dirt and blemishes and stuff that you wouldn't see with the naked eye, and I guess it just kind of makes more work for me, right? I don't know. So, all right, so we're gonna let's take a look at this, and I think we'll smooth this out a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna prop this up and do it so it doesn't burn my cutting board. All right, so I got my torch here, and I'm gonna get a little old beat up rag. Oh, we'll start a new beat up rag. My solder wiping off rag. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna loosen up some of the solder and kind of flatten stuff out. I kind of see a gap I want to fill in there to make it look nicer too. Maybe I can get some of this to drip down in there and fill that weird looking gap. Weird. Okay. Let me see. I am going to kind of pay a little attention to what I did here. Somebody using a tool to smooth stuff out. So let's see. Let's just play around here. Yeah, come on, migrate right down in there. Get in there. Come on now. Oh, okay, so we're kind of filled that gap a little bit, but I might want to go back and fix that up. It's gonna look so much better. So yeah, I'll take I'll go at this with a Dremel, and then it'll look all beauteous. Okay. Well, things are not. That's why I really like getting this off. It makes everything else so much easier. But we're not here for easy, man. The best thing for this is to leave that on so I don't put unnecessary tool marks. Those tool marks would be there purely because I wanted it to be easier. So, you know what I mean? That's why sacrifice. Man, that is a blob, but I don't really want to mess with it too much. I know it's looking yucky, but it'll look great when we're done with it here. I'm just taking off bit by bit. I want to make sure that this is some kind of something or other hiding underneath all that. Okay, so I tried to migrate a little bit of it down in this gap, and I really wasn't getting anything. And maybe I want to throw a little flux on there and see if I can get a little bit to stick and just kind of, I'd like to, ow. Oh, what an idiot. All right, so, let me see. Okay, so let's see if we can fill this gap up nice. Wow, does not want to stick to that gap, man. They probably didn't clean it well enough. All right, let me let that cool for a sec, and then we'll smooth it out. And this is a little acetone. I use it to cool down the solder real fast, because that's what acetone does, and also to clean the flux off. Gotta unflux it. All right. Yeah. That was a million times better. Great. Okay. Now, I gotta do some pointy bit action. Yeah, we're gonna do some pointy bit action here and clean up some of these little corners. Then we'll go to nylon bit, probably at 800. Yeah, definitely at 800. For sure, just to give this whole thing kind of a last, and I get these globe guards real nice. Okay, pointy bit, and I think it's time for a new, fresh pointy bit. And there is one right there. Boom. Yeah, very cool, very old homemade tool chest here. My grandfather made eons ago. All right, you know, and boy, and I hate it. Ooh, wow, I fried that, but boy, oh boy, that. These are some Amazon bits, wheel bits. Are working a lot better than I thought they would, man. I got a lot out of that one. That was already mostly gone when I started, and I did a lot. But there wasn't a whole bunch of really rough surfaces, well, anywhere on this that would kind of promote this using this up really fast. I think it was just the condition of this made this last. But there we go. All right, fresh pointy bit. This really will not get completely in the corners in this condition, but after using this a couple of minutes, there'll be a point on there for sure. That's just what happens. But it's pointy bit, and some people call it a broom bit. These are great. And they quickly become something like that, which to me is still useful, get in the corners. But they're pretty rough. They still work though, like that. But right now I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, we have another gross looking solder job here to kind of clean up a little bit too. There's another. Yeah, it's pretty messy right there. Let's see what we can do with that. There's a blob. Get rid of that blob. Where is my... All right, there we go. There's a gap there I could fill, but that would just kind of be for looks, I think. So let's get all this shit off of here. None of this needs to be there. All right. Yeah, so we got a lot of that extra chunkage up there. Clean that up. So we'll take the, well, we'll probably come back with a wire thing and, a wire thing. You know what I mean. Okay. So, all right, let me continue the pointy bit and then I'll come back with something else that looks a ton better, even like this, after some contouring. All right, back to it with the pointy bit. Well, we can do some steel wool now. I do declare. Okay. So, yeah, this is really cleaning up nice, man. These teeth are built so tough, man. DIETZ Embryos. All the New York State built lanterns are built real great. I'm not trying to show off because I'm in New York, but I mean, hell, I'm an hour from where they made DIETZ. I'm an hour where they made Embryos, and I'm about 35 minutes from where they made all the CT Hams and Defiance and the very old SG&Ls. Nice. Okay. Steel woolen time. Let's get to it. So real quick, looks like there's solder blobs on the chimney. I don't know why. Why it's bugging me. Get these. Why is that there? Where is my solder rag? Let's see. Because that could inhibit, at least that part would have, inhibit the globe from sitting or seating proper. Why is that on there? So weird. This thing must have had some kind of weird modification. I don't know what's going on with it. It's all over the place. That is so strange. What a weird place to find solder. But, yeah, there was probably some kind of modification going on here. Maybe they kind of modified a cage for it. Some kind of, mill-like contraption to help protect it. I don't know. Jesus, look at it all. Look at it all in there.
Right about there. Okay. Yeah,
Huh. Okay, well. All right, so we're steel wool here. Let me put the, well, first let me clean up my mess. Then we'll take the 800 grit just back at that chimney there and make sure that's all smoothed out nice. Clean up our mess. Wish I could save this and make a whole other pillow of steel wool. That's an expense, man. I go through a lot of steel wool. Anybody got a bunch of steel wool? Send me some. All right. Let's see. It's funny. I have more solder coming off this thing than I put on it. Someone went a little nuts with the solder, but they didn't care how it looked. I kind of just really care that it looks nice. All right, so pointy bit, we're done with that. All right, and then a quick little look at, I'm gonna clean this up real quick, and I think we're going to oil it up. Yeah. Right, all right, so let's do some oiling up. Almost time to retire this brush, but it's all right. Let's be all right. So that's all smoothed out. This is all smoothed out. That's all smoothed out. Great. I got rid of a lot of ugly blobbage of solder. Great. Okay. Oil, linseed oil. 15% kerosene mixed in. Okay, guys, let's get the oil, and I can't wait to see what. All right. Yeah. That looking sexy here, man. Okay. We are done. Let's assemble. First, we will put this baby back in there. You're hearing this talking, by the way. There is my shortwave radio going on. This is some gentleman from Michigan. Sounds like a couple guys from Michigan, a couple from Ohio, a couple guys chatting over here. All right, so I'm going to use my trusty chopstick to push down my little... I should just make it easier for you to see it. Oh, all right. Yeah, awkward, man. Awkward to get video. It just they're just so tall that they just be different if I didn't have to. Well, I don't have to, but it'd be different if I didn't need to have a camera pointing right at this. It'd be a different story.
So, I'm happy that it's functioning.
But you get the idea of what I'm doing. So I use this chopstick because it's made of bamboo. And if I, yeah, see that? If I slide off like that, I'm not going to put a big old tool mark. And if you are, if you watch my videos, you know I hate tool marks. I'll show you tool marks I found on this thing from somebody else. But, soft tip hammer. So, yeah, where did I see the tool marks? It was all over. Oh, yeah. I saw tool marks here and here. Obviously, this was from whatever repair that they were doing here. They were doing something when they had to resolder all this, but I can see teeth from pliers. Where am I pointing? Yeah. You see the teeth marks from the pliers in there, and like, ah! And I know I didn't do that. I would never grab that with such a tool. Pardon my French. I am still bothered. A little bit of texture there. I'm not gonna. It's all right. It's all right. But this looks so much better all in through here. Okay, now. Boom. Boom. This poor sad wick never got to drink up some kerosene. I'm sure this thing will burn beautifully, but I really would like this to find a home. This will end up a Christmas gift, most likely, for somebody. Because I wanted to get this done and get it out there, offered for sale. It's beautiful, believe me, but, you know, I owned a pet shop for a while. I owned a pet shop for a couple of years, a birds only pet shop, and I raised my own baby birds. I had hundreds of birds in the house. It was pretty insane. I always knew that you can't keep them all. You can't keep them all. Because I wanted to keep all those beautiful little baby birds because they were so beautiful and so sweet. Oh, geez, I didn't even work on this part. Yeah, with my ramblings here, let me finish this up before we continue our assembly. Oh, boy. Yeah. And I just realized that you're still zoomed in. I do apologize.
And so I had to take the can off and rotate it 180 degrees.
So I'm going to put a new wheel on here just to get in that. And then we'll continue our assembly here. All right. Yeah. Okay, we'll put this back on, and then I'll tap these down. These the locks. There we go. Okay, good. And we'll.
Brian from Arizona or Alaska.
There we go. Little tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
One LID here, if you know his fault. So I have no idea where he is now. I think they're still in Arizona. So I'm not sure now. So and that's who owns
There we go.
the Ameritron 811
Now.
$572Bs.
Got our camp all oiled up.
With the band switch.
Oh, God, I'm all bothered by this still. But it looks a lot better. I don't know. Man, shit. I'm gonna smooth it out. Sorry, man. I gotta do it. It's driving me nuts. So is that thing. I'm trying to get some of them scratches out of there. All right, that's good. We're good, man. My God, being overcritical of myself there. I'll be here all day trying to get it right. All right. Yeah, looking good, all over the place. Come on, man. It's 100 years old, right? Hell. All right, hold on a second. Now, what we got? Where did I? Oh, there it is. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, everything's all done. Everything's looking beautiful. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Great. All right. So, we're complete. Let's come on down here and take a look at this beautiful thing. Yeah, here we got a DIETZ Blizzard. In a couple weeks, it'll be 100 years old. And right now, it is under a century old. And, yeah, it's beautiful. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab for this beautiful... Let me turn my headlamp off. Yeah. Sexy. Be nice to, light it up, but it's daylight out. So, hey, folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab. And this was a lot of fun. I love projects when they turn out like this and when they start like this. Yeah, and when they look like this when you're done. Folks, thanks for stopping by the lab. Hey, and as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.